Hello, everyone. Welcome to Real Talk Pause with M and B. I am M.
And I'm B.
Thank you, B. Thank you for joining. And today we'll be talking about interracial relationships. Ta-da! Interracial
Someone's
relationship.
tired.
I am tired. Actually, I'm looking for a way out right now. Yes. Okay. So first, I'll open the ground by saying that love knows no boundaries, including race. And having said that, what matters the most is the connection and happiness between two people. But
100%.
because of the reason why we're here is to elaborate on this, because of the novices and the people out there who actually thinks it's kind of a tug of war to actually be in an interracial relationship is not it's not gonna be easy.
Mm,
That's why we're here. So, my
mm.
beautiful bee, I really want you to answer, throw more lights into this conversation. What exactly do you take? What's your take on interracial relationships for
Well,
someone
I
who's
think it
in one
comes
already?
down,
Yeah,
yeah.
go ahead.
It comes down to, your personal preference
Mm,
in a partner, husband or wife, girlfriend, boyfriend,
mm,
whatever. Um, it all comes down to that. It doesn't really matter what people think. Unfortunately, how you were saying, people still find it a little bit. There's a lot of people out there that it's like an eek for them.
they're
Um,
scared of it. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's mostly not having knowledge and not having understanding of why people. I mean, in my personal preference, I have always loved. I've always been attracted, I should say, to dark men, the black
Mm,
guys. In my past, there has been controversial and people saying, why, why don't you be with someone that is from your own culture. Now, I find different cultures fascinating. I love learning about different cultures. Loved, I have loved learning about you, my love, your culture, the way you guys do things, your food. Oh my
mm.
goodness, your food.
Da-da-da.
you know,
Nigerian jollof. Nigerian
exactly.
jollof and
Which
fufu.
I which I absolutely love that you taught me how to make it because now I can make it,
That's my job as a husband. You're welcome.
in my home. Exactly. And so the different culture has fascinated me and I love it.
Yeah.
I've embraced it wholeheartedly.
Mm,
And so I think that's what people lack. They lack
yeah.
that, stepping out of the box
Mm,
kind of
that's the word.
mentality.
Mm,
I think stepping out, I stepping out of the box is literally throwing away that box and accepting that people can be from different cultures and be in a relationship and it's going to be
powerful.
okay.
Mm,
It's not going to, in the end, it's my life. It's what I decide. It's what we decide.
mm,
Um, so it doesn't really matter what people think. But, in saying that, there's always one or two that
mm,
think they have the right to say something. And they think that, their opinion matters when really their opinion has never been
mm.
asked for.
Word.
And you do get, we do get looks and comments,
Mm.
um, things like that, which really are not called for.
Yeah, exactly.
Um,
Exactly. Exactly.
it's just
Because,
not called for.
yeah, sorry to cut you short.
Mm.
It's like I'm trying to take us back to the part where you talked about people coming out from the boxes.
Stepping out of the box,
Stepping
yeah.
out of the box. It's like there's a lot of packages, a lot of heavy loads all over the heads. Like they feel like I can let go. If I let down my guards, I'm ruined,
Mm.
done for.
Mm.
And
Like
then
something's gonna happen, something
yeah,
bad's gonna
like there's an
happen.
explosion coming,
Yeah,
like an apocalypse coming. It's crazy.
exactly.
It's
And
crazy
the thing is that
because
people forget that we are all human. We are all human.
and
God made us
yeah, all
all
human.
in the same way. It doesn't matter what country we're from.
Yeah.
We have different cultures. We have different languages. We have different beliefs.
Speaking of
I think
that,
it just.
speaking of that,
Mhm.
the culture thing has been the major problem, if you ask me. You see,
Mm,
talking about culture and religion, for example, has been a
mm,
very heavy um burden to lift, especially when you have parents who manipulate their kids and make them understand that you can't have an association with someone who is not from your culture,
mhm,
your tribe, or your
mhm.
belief. Now,
Yeah.
what happens to winning a soul? I mean, for example, if you loved my food, I mean, you had your food all your life. For some reason, you ate mine and you loved it. Same way, I know I'm gonna eat some of the foods you make, and I've tried our own, you know, buffet, how we make our own person, how we do our buffet.
Mm,
It's something like out of this world. It's not regular. Now I learned that
yeah.
from you, and I've seen other things too that I've seen. I'm like, okay, I've never tried this way before. I have never really tried this before. I have never really tried this before,
Mm.
and my mindset is really. My mind is opening up to new culture,
Mm.
new things, new
And
experience.
that's a fascinating thing is that we're learning about
We're
each other.
learning. We're learning.
We're learning. And so, and it could have been easy. It could have been, if we could have gone with our own culture. I could have gone, all my siblings, except my younger brother, are all married to Chileans.
Where's
I'm
the
from
fun in that?
Chile.
Where's the fun in that?
Exactly.
Where's the fun in
And
that?
so, um, yeah, I could have gone down there, but I fell in love with a man that is from Nigeria. And it doesn't matter who is against it, who it's what I love and what I've decided. Let him have his glory. um and so it's really, it shouldn't be, especially these kind of things, racism, it shouldn't be seen in this
At
time.
all.
Do you know what I mean?
At all.
So here in Australia, an Australian, you can't really pinpoint an Australian because there's people that have been born here. Their backgrounds are different,
Mm.
but they were born here. And so they are considered Australian. So you can't come up to someone and say, oh, you're not Australian. Well, how do you know? I was born here. I'm Australian.
Be him
You know what I mean? So,
Indian, be her Japanese,
exactly.
Chinese, African, American. As
Mm-hmm,
long as you're in
mm-hmm.
Australia and you were born there, you have your citizenship
In
there.
Australia.
You're an
Exactly.
Australian. That's what it is.
Exactly. And so, in the end, it doesn't matter if it's your preference to be in an interracial relationship,
Yeah.
go for it. Doesn't matter what people say. Your children are still going to come out beautiful. They're going to grow up beautiful, and they'll probably have their own interracial relationship,
What are
or they
you
might
afraid of?
even just exactly what are you afraid of? Exactly
It's hard,
is
boy.
is what that's the question, and it's sad to see that there's still people thinking that racism is okay, and we've seen it, baby. We've seen it firsthand. So I mean, okay. And my question to you, my love,
Mm.
how? Because I'm the first white.
Dun, da, 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 da,
that,
da, da, dun, dun, dun.
how,
Ask,
how do you feel?
how do I feel? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, that's what I mean. You asked me. How do
About
you
us?
feel about?
Uh,
Of course, who else? About interracial relationship.
we're here. I mean, it's been exciting. Okay, first, cut the jokes. This is a real fact right now.
Mm,
Two things I'm gonna say. Just two things. Number one, don't get into it if you're not ready.
yeah.
But number two,
Mm, facts. Yeah.
if you do, trust me, you won't regret it. It is fun, educative, inspiring. It broadens your horizon. It eliminates racist mentality.
Mm,
And I repeat, It's fun, adventurous, it broadens your horizon, it's educative, and it erases racial mentality.
Exactly. And that's
Racist
what we need most
racism.
of
It
these days.
thank you. It eliminates it. Let me tell you why. Naturally, as a black African man, a typical Nigerian man, knowing that we were colonized by the British, right? We have been taught these things growing up, and it's not lie. This is the truth. This is the fact. We're still not happy with
Mm,
what has occurred in the past, but let's tell ourselves the truth. Not every white person is is a British, right?
mm. Yeah, that's true.
And not every British person today was part of
Ish.
the abominable acts carried out by their forefathers.
Yeah,
All I'm saying is, I cannot be demanding for freedom, trying to limit others from being free. I can't
yeah,
say I hate being treated like a racist while I still see a white folk or white folks as racist or not better colors. Like I see myself as superior to them. That's wrong. Ever since I
mm,
met my beautiful wife, my mindset, my thoughts. I'll be honest with you, even though I've not always been someone who has that kind of mentality, but I was a little bit in between because I was being careful. But now I'm with a woman, a beautiful one at that, who has uh, a different mentality, who is God fearing, who is submissive, respectful to me, honoring me regardless of my skin color, giving me
mm.
the respect that I deserve as a husband. That's everything to me.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
absolutely everything. And this is the truth. You would never get it this way elsewhere. People would always come to you and tell you, why are you doing this? What are you enjoying? What are you trying to gain out of this? I'm trying to get a lot. I'm trying to get exposure. I'm trying to gain the ideas of how to love someone outside my comfort zone. I want to understand what it means to have a life outside my, you know, my zone, my comfort zone. And that is explorative. That is me trying to understand this word better, if that makes
Mm,
any sense. It's like trying to see things differently, trying to see the world from a different person's point of view. And
mm,
trust me, I have discovered that what she thinks and what I think, there's not much difference. The only difference is that we were raised differently. We were taught
mm,
differently. We speak slightly differently, but we understand the same language. But we have
mm,
our native tongue that is quite different. We're learning from each other. We're beginning to appreciate each other's company. And we understand that there are things she wants from me that I can give to her. I would give to her a million times. But there are things I also want from her that she can give to me and give to me in a million times or
mm.
a million ways, in millions of ways.
And
I don't know.
those things, it doesn't matter what color I am, it
Yeah,
doesn't matter where I'm from.
I don't know how to put it,
It's
but I
it's
feel like
personal. I know what you mean.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's personal. It's something that I've come to see that this is, that mind blowing situation. Like, wow, okay, this is beautiful. I never knew love could be this real, baby. You know, like I told you, I said, no offense to my sisters, my African sisters, but this is how it is in Africa. That's the way we love. An African woman believes that for you to be with her, you have to shower her with all kinds of blessings and all kinds of things. You have to show it physically with items, cash,
Mm,
things, entice her. That's not love. That's me pricing you. That's me knowing your
mm,
worth. You're telling
mm,
me this is what you're worth. You're not making me understand that I can purchase you. I can buy you off,
mm,
regardless of my status. Not minding how I get the money, not minding how I made the money. You don't give a damn. As long as you're happy, you're comfortable, that's what you want. Most of our African
mm,
sisters think like that. Even the ones you least suspect unconsciously is becoming a thing because now the bad ones are influencing the good ones, and somehow the society is becoming a trend. But
mm,
I can understand that yes, probably desperate times calls for desperate measures, right? It's hard to really separate poverty from needs, but an average successful black woman that is independent also has a problem of, because I'm successful, you can't afford me. So for you to be
Mm.
able to afford me, you have to work hard to get to my level.
Yeah.
So it is like to get,
It becomes a competition, really.
yeah. So you as a man, you can't even get a simple average lady without her being demanding, and you can't get an independent woman who is already made without her trying to make you feel like you're worthless.
Yeah.
Then being with a, someone who is from a different side of the world, the mindset is changed. I realized that, I mean, I've been with you. If I'm speaking from experience now, all the while we've been together, the only thing you've ever asked for is for me as your husband to love, respect, cherish you, and treat you like a queen that you are. And that is
And
like
time.
the that
And your
and
time.
my time. Wait. When you talk about time, when you talk about love, love is time.
Yeah.
I can't cherish you without giving you my time. So
Yeah.
it comprises of that. All I'm saying is, it's not much compared to what I'm used to as an African man.
Mm.
So B, honestly, this is where I would want us to stop today's episode because of our time is already ticking.
Yeah.
And everyone, if you want to hear more on this conversation, check out on our part two on interracial relationship with M and B. So once again, this is Real Talk Pause with M and B. You can check us out on YouTube, Real Talk Pause with M and B. You can check us out on M and B on WhatsApp channel. You can check us out on Real Talk Pause with M and B on TikTok. And thank you, B. Thank you so much for being here once again. I
Thank you.
love you so much. And we'll be
And
doing this again.
mhm.
All right, guys. Love you guys. Once again, I am M.
And I'm V.
And this is Real Talk Pods. This is no joke. This is Real Talk. Stay tuned. Love you guys.